So delicious. Guilty. Hello and welcome to the Sugar Vixen channel. My name is Tanisha and today we're going to be baking up an old-fashioned peanut butter cookie. So the first thing that we're going to do before we get started is preheat our oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. In a medium baking bowl, we are going to combine the dry ingredients, which are the flour, the baking soda, a half teaspoon of baking powder, and 3/4 of salt. So what I normally do is there's really never a 3/4 teaspoon. So I kind of fill it up, not all the way, but I leave a little bit of space. And so, all right. And then we're going to mix with that together. And set it to the side. I forgot to mention that we use 1.5 cups of flour, and then we're going to set that to the side. And in another medium mixing bowl, we are going to mix together the butter, which we're using 1 stick or 1/2 cup of unsalted butter. And then we are using 1/2 cup of firmly packed brown sugar and another 1/2 cup of regular white granulated sugar. And we're going to go ahead and cream that together with our hand mixer. And we're going to do that for about 60 seconds or so until it's light and fluffy. All right, so after we've mixed the sugars and the butters together until they're light and fluffy, we're going to go ahead and add 1 egg and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. We're going to mix the egg and the vanilla extract into our batter just until it's well combined. Then we're going to add the dry ingredient. We're going to add our peanut butter, or 1 cup of peanut butter, to our mixture, and we're just going to beat that for about 30 seconds, and then we're going to add our dry ingredient.
You could really hear it then for that non-stimulant.
Next, we're going to go ahead and use a medium scoop, and we're going to scoop out our dough into some sugar. So I take about a 1/2 cup of sugar and I put it in a little container, and that just kind of gives it a little more sweet. I mean, it's not like it needs some more sweetness, but it works. It works. So we're going to scoop some out, and we're going to put it into a container with about 1/2 cup of sugar and kind of shake it around, and then we're going to add it to our sheet. Cookie. Before you bake them, you can gently use a fork and press them just gently down in a crisscross pattern, or you can just leave them as is. I usually just press them down in a crisscross pattern just so they're not too fluffy, and they bake mostly inside. And then we're going to put them in the oven for about 12 to 13 minutes. So I will suggest that you set a timer or you watch the time as these cookies are baking, because you do not want to over bake. You want to make sure that they're a little crisp on the outside, just a little bit of brown, but not too dark, because it loses that texture. So go ahead and bake them for about 12 to 13 minutes and set your timer, and we'll see what comes out of the oven. Once they come out of the oven and they're still warm, feel free to add some Hershey Kisses. I had a few that were in my cabinet, so I added a few Hershey Kisses to my cookies. Some people like it, some people do not. I'm a more traditional girl, so I like mine without the Hershey Kisses, but I know a lot of my guests and my family, they love Hershey Kisses, so I'll add a few to some, but then I'll leave some that are just plain old-fashioned. So I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Please comment below to tell me how your cookies came out. And until next time.
So delicious.